These are the last components for the add-ons for the rear bumper to get it down to a legal road height, because the Jeep is classified as a car. And these will be extensions that go to the sides of the bumper and below the bumper, somewhat similar to these. Hi, Duke. They'll also be bolt-on removable, but I'm trying to make them so that they're not ugly, and I'll just leave them on for the life of the vehicle. And hi, boy. They're going to attach to the rear corners of the bumper, bolting on behind, and tabs set onto the bumper below on both sides. And they're going to use the common bolt locations from the rear where the bumper mounts to the frame, and the frame is cross member is 1/4 inch thick steel, so it's extremely strong. A common frame would be under 1/8 inch thick, well under 1/8 inch thick for a Jeep. And these are the components here that I've cut up for the stops, the limit stops, and the tags to mechanically fasten the tire carrier to the bumper so it can't swing free, and it's somewhat tamper-proof. I'm using a Ford Fusion trunk lid strut, and I'll clean up these welds and components here, get them painted up, and finish welding. But these exert 150 pounds force, so if this rack is left to open on its own, it'll blow the ends right off of that gas cartridge. It can't stop it from its great energy it's got as it accelerates the entire rack to the fully open position. So these are stops that will weld to this as a lower point. Down here that will engage with this 1/4 inch little plate, a tab right here. It'll come and rest on it, and just here's a stop that has to get fastened and welded in place, and it'll be super strong. So that limits it. It'll stop it just before the extent of the strut, reaching full extension. And then this is just a piece of temporary metal as a stop, just so this has a place to stop. And this tag will go somewhere about here, and it'll meet up with this tag that is going to be welded into place about here. This will be set up to close with a nut welded on the back, a grade 8 nut welded on the back, and I'll make a wing bolt that will have an arm on it right here, a cross right here that you can hand tighten down, and I'll set it up with eyes on each end of the rod shaft stock that I'm using for the wing, and I'll put a hairpin through it, and the legs of the hairpin will lock this unit to this with the wing bolt, so that if it was to vibrate loose, the legs of the wing nut would interfere, and they wouldn't be able to swing past more than a half or a 1/4 turn, something like that. And then this whole thing is going to get painted up and cleaned up and get installed back on the Jeep finally.